Hello, we are so blessed, so happy to have our wonderful partner and leader, Miss Diana Webb with Wellness is Essential, bringing us today an amazing workshop all about self-care and self-love, featuring the amazing work. I mean, I keep saying amazing, right? But it is the incredible work that's been put together by Desiree DiLunae and her, if you don't have her books, she's got the I Am Fabulous. She has several actually. The I Am Worthy has been such a favorite of mine. The I Am Fabulous is sort of the anchor of work. If you've never tried any, check that one out. And then Diana was sharing with me that also she's been using the Elements of Emotion, which is one I want to get. I have not tried that out, so I really want to check that book out. Her work is incredible, but I have to say, as much as I love the books, no one has been able to bring these practices, protocols, ideas, inspirations together for me the way that Diana has in the workshops that she's done with us and for us in our community. So I'm so excited to get to be here today and take part and listen and learn. It's this time of year. Here we are, lots of things happening. If you are involved in motherhood in any way, or you are a working person, or you are in any way doing work that you serve others, it is this time of year that we all tend to really push and stretch ourselves as we come around into the fall and through the holiday season. And it's important that we take care of ourselves and that we remember to keep foundation within ourselves. And I'm excited to learn some information on how I can do that better from Miss Diana tonight. So with that, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Miss Diana. and hopefully I'm gonna take some notes here and learn some things, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm Diana and I love being an essential oil educator. I'm here because I want to help you move forward in your self-care today. So that's super important because many of us are just rushing through life. We're doing so much for other people. We are not being there for ourselves. And we really need to change that. That needs to change today. So we fall back on the excuse or the words of saying that, oh, I just can't manage my time. There's just too much to do. I have so much to do that it's just a time management problem. But,
Mhm.
time management is just something that we use to make ourselves feel that we aren't enough. And truthfully, we're way too hard on ourselves. We mistakenly tie our worth to our productivity, and that's not where our worth is. Because what you have, if you're feeling like you're behind, if you're feeling like you're stressed, is not a time management problem. What you have is an energy management problem. So let's work on this and let's release you from that entanglement of your focus, of your energy, and let's begin to flow into self-love and compassion. So that's what this exercise is. And I would like to say that if you don't yet have your essential oils to apply, you don't need to worry about that. We would like to hold the space for you. And if you don't have your oils or you're missing something, instead just use your hands on your body in the areas that you're instructed to place the oils and just kind of breathe into that. Just feel that and just kind of listen to the message and work on what you're needing to work on, what really resonates with you. So that's what we're going to do if you don't have the oils yet. And of course, if you need the oils, you're going to have plenty of support here too. So and we'll get those to you. So just to explain to you, this protocol is an oil application protocol. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise your feeling of self-love and bring the self-care back into your attitude towards life, as well as your daily activities. So when you think about yourself and you are not valuing yourself, We just want you to change that and understand that you deserve to live with the deep seated belief that you are of great worth, that once you begin to do those things daily to value and cherish yourself, you will see that it pays you back, tenfold. It's an amazing thing that pays you back. So I'm going to show you this next one. So how this essential oil application protocol is for creating that energetic change in your life. And these necessary steps are, it says, instead of release, it says clear, but same thing, right? So in the next slide, you'll see that, but it begins with releasing, followed by nourishing, and ending with harmonizing. So when you apply the oils to the specific areas on the body, they are meant to help you experience a change and begin to bring more self-love and self-care into your daily life. So they help you shift energetically and emotionally to that place where you need to be. And so when you use the diffuser blend and the roller that are going to come later on, they're going to help you to continue to deepen your energetic connection to self-love and self-care. So make room to love yourself. That's what we're doing today, right? So this protocol was created for use specifically with doTERRA essential oils, and any other essential oil types may not produce that same result that you want. So also we have a disclaimer that this information and these protocols are informational only and not intended to replace the advice or treatment of physicians or mental health professionals. Sorry, I have to cough.
It happens, right? We all
sometimes we just have to until you're in the middle of
I think you're releasing. You're getting ready for that first stage, right? Releasing and clearing and ready to I really liked that that idea of not having a time management problem, but an energy management problem. That like struck me. I'm going to note that. Like I noted it on my phone.
Well, but I found myself saying that all the time too. I found myself saying that to myself all the time. Like, oh, I could just manage my own time. And it's like, that's not it. It's not it. It's the fact that you're last on the list. That's it.
I was just going to say, it's a more like a, putting yourself on the list and making sure that that foundation is there so that you can help and serve and love in the ways that you truly want to. It's good to have a giving spirit and to want to nourish and love and support your family and your friends and your work and your passions. But if you're not creating that foundational, strength, you just aren't going to ever be able to give to the extent that you want to, or that
you're not. Yeah, you have to come first in the equation of care, and the only way to get yourself into that place is to really build it, create it, make the ritual, make it part of your life, so we'll talk more about that in a little bit. So okay, let's go back. So for this protocol, what we're going to do is we're going to gather our oils. So I have my little tray full of oils, and I have them all lined up in a way that I'm going to use for the protocol that allows me to grab them really easily. So just when you're going to do this process, you're going to just gather your oils, and then you're going to take the ones that I tell you, and you're going to remove for each step, and we'll remove the lids from the bottles and apply them on the body to specific areas. And that will help your body to accept and utilize the energetic support of the oils. So the first step is to release, and that helps to release the toxic energy and reroute our thought processes. Then the second step is to apply oils that will nourish, and that is going to nourish your organs, your meridians, and your spirit. And the last step is to apply oils to harmonize our body and mind and energy with this new and uplifting vibration to integrate it and begin to bring daily self-care and self-love into our routines and rituals. So let us begin. Okay, so this is the clear, nourish, and harmonize section, right? So here we go. We're going to start with the release protocol. So for the release protocol, let's go ahead and get out our tea tree. Or its Latin name is Melaleuca. So that's why that's on that slide. And then we have fennel. And if you don't have fennel, you can have digestion, because digestion has fennel in it. And then the next is cardamom. And if you do not have your cardamom, breathe has cardamom, and you can use a breathe instead. So these steps are very simplified here. What we're going to do when we open our oils and use them is we're going to go ahead and have it, you know, in a diagram that you can easily follow. So you're welcome to save the you know, images, the slides, if that will help you to move through the process. So just feel free to do so, and that way you can use it again. Okay, so we're going to begin now with the release protocol. So what we do is we're going to apply 1 drop of tea tree to the palm of your hand. And then we're going to just dip the fingers into that palm of the hand and apply it to the top of the head. So right at the very top of the head, or what they call the crown of the head, right? And then you still have oil in the palm of your hand right now. So what you're then going to do is you're going to take your palm and you're going to apply it to the sternum, or right here, the upper chest area, right? So just rub that in. The purpose of tea tree is to clear away toxic energy that does not belong to you. So as we move through life, sometimes we gather the toxic thoughts and energy, expectations and stuff of others. And we really want to remove that and get clear as to what is us and what is them, right? We want to let that go and know who we are inside, right? Super important. So this is a super important step, and you can't do any of the other steps or move through progress with this until you have done the clearing. So that's super important, okay? And so while you're sitting here and you're absorbing the oils into your body, you need to think about this in your mindset. You're going to allow yourself to let go of the need to do everything. You're going to allow yourself to let go of that need, or that, you know, that impulse to fix everything. You're going to allow yourself to release what is not yours to carry. So, you know, tea tree will help you to create that awareness of the toxic energy that you're encountering in the world, as well as helping you to clear your entire energetic field and pluck away what isn't yours and what is bad for you. So it gives you an energetic way to repel the toxicity from your field. So the toxic energy, those negative thoughts, the negative self-talk, any kind of things that you remember or remind yourself of that are really just not serving you. It's really just putting yourself down. Let's not do that. Okay, so so we have our wonderful tea tree there, and now next we have fennel. So fennel is going to go on the bottoms of your feet, like the soles of your feet. So what I do is I just drop it onto my feet, and then I just rub them together like this, you know, rub them against each other. But if you can't do that, or, you know, you're having a hard time with that, you can just put it on your palm and then rub the palm across the soles of the feet. So 1 drop for each sole of the feet. But, you know, it forgets to tell you in the other slide that you're also going to go ahead and apply a drop to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus, where I put this little guy right here on the little diagram, is that space in between the rib cage and the belly button. So you're going to go ahead and apply that to that area, to the solar plexus area. So when we're clearing, we can really feel this. Like sometimes you will begin to have symptoms that you're clearing things out. So be aware of that and work with it, Continue to clear that out, right? And fennel smells so amazing, doesn't it? It's just like a wonderful smelling oil. Yeah.
So
So
good.
let's breathe. Let's just go ahead and take the time to breathe right now at this point in deeply. Okay, so we're going to breathe deeply in and fill our lungs. And then on the out breath, we are going to go ahead and get the feeling of allowing ourselves to release what is not in alignment with our true essence. Okay, so you're allowing yourself, and take another breath, another deep breath again, to release the stress, release the obligations that you feel to others, and allow yourself, this is big, to say no to doing things that do not serve you. So does that feel good? I think it
feels amazing. So good.
Right?
So good.
So yeah, we're carrying that stuff around, right? We may not be thinking of it, but we are doing it, unfortunately, and really getting ourselves into that, place where we're just like not understanding. So I'll come back to this in just a second. We're still on release. Next, we are going to talk about how fennel is a really interesting oil. Fennel smells great, doesn't it? It smells like licorice. But what it's good for in the body and in the spiritual sense is that it's good for helping you to support those decision making that is going to in your life, that's going to create energetic flow, and that helps keep you in alignment with your needs and your values, right? So fennel is there to sit there and be a guide back to who you are, right? And helps you to avoid stagnation and congestion because it supports your intuitive good judgment. It gives you that discerning, that evaluation of what feels right to you in your body, right? So sometimes you're in a situation and people are asking something of you, or interrupting you to be like, hey, whatever, can you this and that, and you just feel it inside of you, like you feel a weight on your chest, or you feel like a pit of your stomach thing where you're just like, this isn't right for me, I can't do this is not going to work for me. So this is what fennel really helps you to get in touch with that and understand that. So that's what's wonderful about that. And it also is a digestive type oil. So it's really good to help you with that as well. Just kind of like to figure out what's going on, right? So next is our buddy cardamom. So cardamom is wonderful for breathing. And if you use the breathe oil, wonderful for breathing, cardamom is in there. So cardamom is good for energetic digestion, right? So we're going to apply 1 drop of cardamom or 1 drop of breathe to the solar plexus. Again, same area, because this is an area where that energy is kind of sitting there and wanting to get moved around, right? So and creating some flow there. So go ahead and apply that to the solar plexus area, right? And understand that you're going to properly digest the problems. You're going to properly digest these worries. You can discard, these things and that are plaguing you, but that really don't need to be plaguing you, and just free up that energy to care for yourself. So worry wastes your time, and we don't want to waste our time. We want to really have our energy focused on something that we're actually able to do. So I would like to let you know that you may feel a detox sensation coming. So you might feel some extra phlegm, you might feel some extra stuff going on, you might cough, you might, feel, emotional, you might feel something during this clearing part because it's your energy and you're clearing it, right? But it's toxins. So they need to escape your body and they need to escape your energy field. So cardamom is to help you energetically digest and break down what we call ruminations. So ruminations are things that go around and around your head, right? They keep coming back, but we don't need them, right? Like we can discard them and move on and move ahead that way instead of staying stuck, right? So you can release those self-generated obstacles and those struggles and allow that space to nourish yourself again. So because this is the cleansing part and the clearing part, we want to just go ahead and let ourselves feel that clearing. It may continue for longer, but that's okay. As long as we took this step, then we can move on to the next step. But we're going to breathe in deeply. And then we're going to just like shake it out, shake out our body, shake out, ourselves, and feel that stress just dissipate, right? It's going to dissipate, and we're going to allow ourselves to have permission to change our plans if we need to. And we're going to allow ourselves the permission to do something that suits our best and our highest purpose. So what does that mean? That means you might need to let go of your to-do list. You might need to let go of some obligations that are not really aligned with who you are and what's important to you, what your values are. So let go of those obligations, and you can also let go of the current burdens or worries that you're hanging on to and really not doing anything, not serving yourself or anyone else with, because they're just not they're not what you need to do. So we want to just feel that and take a deep breath. And I hope you're feeling okay. If not, let me know. Yes.
Yeah, I just have a question on the misaligned obligations and the fennel. In describing it, I'm going to get it wrong, so help me with this. But so I get that, you were saying like with the fennel on the bottoms of your feet and sort of that, when like people are asking you like, hey, can you blah, blah, blah. And you get that sense of like, oh, but maybe I should because of blah, blah, blah. So my question is do you think that in regular use with the fennel on the bottoms of your feet, that it could maybe help with recognizing those things and the ability to sort of say no, as opposed to not realizing that it was misaligned until you're already in it, and then you feel bad because now you've already, what committed, right? You've already committed, and now you've got to see it through. But it's like, why did I even say? Sometimes I swear I do stuff and I'm like, how come at the time I didn't recognize that this was just not a good fit? I just was so in the moment of like, yeah, I'll help with that. Like, cause when you're someone who wants to help people, do you know what I'm saying? So do you think that if you do this regularly, the release part, that maybe it could help with, recognizing those things before you're
committed? Yes, it definitely does. If you refer to fennel in your elements of emotion, you'll see what part of the body, the meridians and everything that it supports, and it will tell you, she will tell you like you should use fennel and lemon, and that really helps you to kind of clear out, just sitting there and doing, you were already doing that because we're oily people, so we love to do that. We never let the oil go to waste, right? So just even doing that, or even putting it in a diffuser, can really help. But be aware that you will have some detoxing symptoms, and be ready to like blow your nose or you know, have a little cup of tea or something, because you might feel, you know, like it's a little bit congested and you're releasing that congestion.
Yeah, yeah. I get a
Yeah.
little dizzy, I find, with Desiree's protocols. They really are very like
Powerful.
if you've ever wondered about how oils work and if they really work, try these protocols, because I'm telling you, you'll be like, okay, yeah, there's something happening and I didn't realize that that was going to be that way, you know. And so yeah, you'll quickly recognize that something's happening. Changes are shifts are happening, right? So all right, cool. I'm going to
Yes.
start using
Yes. And thank you for
fennel,
the
more fennel.
emphasis. Yeah. Thank you for the emphasis on the on fennel and on this release protocol, because really this is a super important part. It's a super
Yeah.
important part. You can't go forward
Mm-mm.
without releasing, without clearing. So don't skip this. Don't skip
No.
this part. Yeah. And it's not, it's great. The oils really move you. So hopefully you're feeling well. As I said, if you need to, like, you know, take care of yourself and have a bath because you're feeling like there's still stuff kind of clearing, then do that. Do a little, you know, detoxifying bath or shower, and just take a minute to ground yourself on the earth, and just, you know, really, really work with your energy to really help your body to detox. Drink a lot of water, you know, breathe really deeply, and it just really will help you. So we're going to go on to our next phase, which is nourish. Okay, so here's the next stage in the process. We're going to get out the ylang ylang, and we're going to get out the patchouli and coriander for this next, and then also sandalwood and wild orange. So again, you may not have these oils in stock or in your collection, but you know, obviously you can work on this. You can get some of them even and just work through this. So I just wanted to point out on this slide, you're going to see some instructions here, and the wrist creases is self-explanatory, but the Ren 6 may not be, so don't worry. I'm going to show you that where that is. That is an acupuncture term, so don't worry. you don't need to know about acupuncture or Chinese medicine in order to do this protocol. You just don't worry about that. We're going to go on to our next little phase, and so make sure your oils are ready. We're going to start with the ylang ylang. So this is going to go on the wrist creases, but the way that I do is I just will drop it onto one wrist. So I'm just going to take a drop and put it on my one wrist, and then I'm going to rub them both together. So that's just like a quick, easy way to do that. And you can also note that ylang ylang is the oil that is going to help you to honor and respect yourself and your importance. So the person that you are, and you have a super important role in your own life. Okay, so a lot of people, they take on a certain role and they lose the sense that it's for them, that life is for them, and they try to do things for others, and they try to serve, and they really, really empty themselves and don't take care of themselves. So you are the important thing in your life. You need to preserve your essence. You need to preserve your power. So you need to honor and respect yourself and the importance that you are in your own life. So wonderful. The ylang ylang smells so good. So tropical and paradise like. Yeah, it's awesome. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take the patchouli and the coriander, and we're going to blend them in our palm. So just go ahead and take the oil, and you're going to just put it, either drop it or just tap it onto the palm. And obviously your hands are going to be fairly clean here before you got started, so you're not getting it contaminated. So now it's mixing in your palm, right? And you're just going to dip the fingers, the fingertips into that palm, and you're going to find 2 inches below the navel. That's where you're going to apply this oil. So 2 inches below the navel. Yeah, the lower belly, right? So that is a really important energetic place. And what happens when you apply the oils there is that it helps you to strengthen your boundaries and to connect into the vital essence of yourself and learn to listen to your own personal rhythm. So we're going to breathe in and out deeply and feel the oils absorbing and nourishing us energetically. So take the time not to rush through it, but to really feel the absorption happening, right? And obviously, you know, we love the smell. These two smell great together. They're amazing. And then also with the ylang ylang, really a beautiful combination. So patchouli is the oil of physicality, and it brings you into your body. So why do you need to get into your body? Because you need to listen to your own needs. That's why you need patchouli, right? So that you're in there, you're present physically, and you're feeling what's going on with you emotionally, because you feel the emotions in your body. And we need to stop being so out of touch with that. We need to come back and we need to be present with those emotions that are happening in the body and feel, where does that bother me? Where does that hurt? Where is that happening, right? And so then we have coriander, which is super helpful because what it does is it helps you to calibrate to the timing and the cycles of your own life, right? So that's going to help you to figure out what's going on there inside of you and calibrate you to how you're going, you know, because we all are in different timing and cycles. And if we're not paying attention to that and we're not there, you know, we're pushing ourselves into something that we may not physically and mentally be ready for. So you're going to take that step back with the coriander and feel, wait a minute, this isn't on my timing. I'm going to slow this down and I'm going to do this in a way that's in my timing, that's in the cycle of my life, that what I need, the best for me, you know, because we're just so disconnected. We're just very disconnected, and we really need to come back into that center. So that's like your deep, deep center, that lower belly area is your deep, deep center of energy and of knowing your body. So, yeah, so love that. And our next wonderful guy to help with the really just sealing up this nourishment and just really getting you, you know, feeling nourished is beautiful Indian sandalwood, the Indian sandalwood, and wild orange, and that's on the sacrum. So you know what your sacrum is? It's your tailbone. So it's your tailbone. So you can feel, you know where it is and you can feel it. You're going to go ahead and do the same thing. You're going to blend these two together in the palm of the hand. And sandalwood is slow, so don't be impatient with your sandalwood. Prepare the, kind of hold it at a 45-degree angle before you really start, because it needs a minute to kind of get out of the bottle. And but holy Moses, these two are amazing together. They smell so good. And we're going to do the same thing where we dip the fingers into the palm and go ahead and put it, as I said, right above the bum crack. That's the tailbone, kids. So this is what's going to help you, you know, to open up possibilities, to open up divine guidance, to help you to approach circumstances and issues that with more confidence, with more clarity, with more certainty, that you're there and have that deep down knowledge of what is right for you. So they really do blend together to to support you to get aligned and into flow with the answers that are inside of you. So this is, it's just wonderful to have, and they smell really, really good. So you can take a deep, deep breath all the way down to the tailbone area. So take that deep breath and then feel as you exhale, like the release of tension going up your spine. So take the time to really put yourself into that space where you're like feeling that energy, where you're feeling, the different places that we place the oils, and that it's all working and that it's all infusing into you. So this is that nourish part. So what is nourishing to you? What is nourishing to you? That's what you need to do. So we're opening up to body love. What does that mean? Accepting ourselves for what we are and who we are right now, not when we lose 10 pounds, not when this and that. We're just loving our body and thankful for our body. Our legs have carried us this far. Our feet are there for us. Our hands have worked so hard. Our body has done so many things to keep us going and to keep us able to enjoy the world around us. And if we don't realize that, it's time to realize that. Stop being so negative towards yourself. Stop feeling that, you're lacking in stuff. You're not lacking. You are not. You are abundant. So that's orange. Wild orange is the oil of abundance. So that's what we're bringing into this moment. And what are pleasures? We have to think about what are pleasures to us. Like, do you like connecting with crystals? Do you not like reading books? Do you like taking a bath or soaking your feet or things like that? So those are the pleasures of life that help to nourish us. And we're just trying to open up our mind to these pleasures and these joys in life. What makes you feel good, right? Because we don't ask ourselves that enough. We don't think about that enough. And open up to thinking about what sacred rituals are there that we can include, that we can bring into our week or our day, that are going to really feed us, right? So what might that be? That might be, waking up and journaling, waking up and praying, waking up and meditating, or just watching the sunrise, just watching it for a second. No, right? We have a gift every day.
What would you say, Diana, is the pacing? So in other words, how long between release and nourish? Or is it
you can do it all in one, and your body will sit there and start working on it. Your body might not complete the clearing right today as you do this, but the process will continue inside of you. And once you've started that process, you can go on to the next step. So you can do this all in one sitting, but don't rush through it. Just give yourself a minute to really relax into it and get that absorption happening and get those feelings happening. Just become more present with what's going on.
Do that breath between and yeah, because you will end up with your head spinning a bit if you go too fast, right? Yeah.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And as I said, just be able to slow down if you need to, right? Slow down, just have that presence back of yourself and how you're feeling, to slow down if you need to. So
kind of like a meditation of, a ritual thing that you're doing, not like slapping your body lotion on and head and brushing your teeth and going to bed, but
don't do it that way.
Something you're sitting to do with purpose, but you can do it in one sitting.
Yes, you could do it in one sitting. Correct.
Okay, very good.
Correct. Yeah, and just be aware that you're I'm feeling myself with a little bit of congestion right now, because every time there's something that needs to clear. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
when the last time you cleared. Like there's always something coming up. So you
Oh
need
yeah.
to really respect that and understand that. So, but
Mm,
always clear before you do the other steps.
yeah.
So, next we're going to lock in the energetic work that we have done. So that is the Harmonized Protocol. And that is a really easy protocol because it's just taking 2 oils. So it's for your rose touch and your bergamot or bergamot. So you're going to take that and you're going to be ready to use it. And it's just really simple. This Harmonized Protocol is really simple. So the rose touch, you can apply a drop from the bottle if you have the bottle of rose, or if you got a sample of the rose, or you can just use your roller and just roll it onto your heart space. So where your heart is here in the upper chest area, you're going to roll that on, and make sure that you actually get some on there. Like sometimes you start to roll it and it's like really like not rolling yet. So get it rolling on there and feel that you've actually applied some and you're not just kind of like rolling it over and then nothing came out. So it just takes a minute to get going because it's pure rose. It's in coconut oil, but it's still really, it gets a little bit like it needs warmth to get rolling. So just go ahead and roll that onto the heart space and then to the inside of the elbow creases. So where your elbow bends, that place, you're going to apply it there as well. So what rose does is it really feeds your heart, and it is something that will help you to integrate, receive, and absorb this new path of self-care, the new path of self-love that you're going to be creating from here forward. So this is your commitment. The harmonized part is like your commitment that you are going to go ahead and do this. Take care of yourself, love yourself, right? So just go ahead and breathe in deeply and relax the breath out. Just relax the breath out. This is caring for yourself, loving yourself. So it's time to really think about like your self-care routine, if you even have one, and choose a daily ritual that's going to be added to your life that is going to be deeply loving and respecting of yourself. There's so many things that you can do, or even just expand that you already do that can become that ritual for you. And Bergamo is next. And sorry, let me go to my next slide. So this is going to be just dropped onto the palm, and rub your hands together and just go ahead and cup your palms over your nose. And you're going to sit there and breathe it in. Just sit there and breathe it in very deliberately, deeply. Inhale. And it smells amazing, so this won't be difficult at all. And you're going to do that for 1 minute. So bergamot is a really self-loving and self-caring oil that many people crave. They crave it because it just gives so much to you. You just like smell it and you're just like, wow, I need more of that. So yes, this is what you can do to do that. You can just put it into your palms and breathe it in.
For me, it's just confidence. It's like confidence in a bottle. It just such a powerful oil, bergamot. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it's so good in the diffuser too. So inhale that, and this is going to really help you to cement in that new way of taking care of yourself, of loving yourself. So it's giving you that boost, that vibrancy that helps you to start that flow of self-care.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at some things here in the next slide that is talking about what you can do, right? So what's the main thing that we're talking about here? We're talking about expanding kindness and gentleness. To who? To everybody else? No, to yourself. To yourself, because it starts with you. And if you don't love yourself, if you're not nice to yourself, if you're not gentle with yourself, then how are you going to be with other people? You know, you can't be hard on yourself. You need to be gentle and loving to yourself and do things that are nice, because you need to be your own best friend and your own best support, and say like, yeah, you know, I'm cheering you on, you know, I'm here for you. And you know, you need to be able to slow it down and to really just take the pace of life and make sure that you're at that, on the top of that list, because we can take care of a lot of stuff. So here are some just examples of rituals, and other people might have other ideas of it. So here at the top, we have, again, books that could be journaling or reading. We have this little fountain pen that could be writing, or, you know, drawing, or something creative of any kind, right? We have these beautiful flowers, maybe to stop and smell the roses, to stop and enjoy your garden, to stop and enjoy your plants in general. Plants are just lovely to take care of, because they're just like, they make you feel so good when you take care of them. They respond so well. So they're a great thing to do, to feel good and have like that instant hit of like, hey, I did something. I took care of my plants. I learned about that. So, you know, meditation, yoga, stretching, taking, you know, a bath, and taking time for yourself. These do not all have to happen in one day. This isn't like pile up this list and fail at it.
That would be an amazing day.
It would, right?
Can't you tell me that they do have to happen in one day, so that I can say, Miss Diana said they have to all happen in the same day?
Right? Yeah. I mean, they can. It would be wonderful to give yourself a retreat like that, where you just do the things, you just close the door, you're by yourself, you know, and you do the things for you. Yes, definitely. I'm not saying that's not a good idea. It's an excellent idea, but just don't pressure yourself.
Yeah, they don't have to happen that way, but if they can, you.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, if you can start to add these in, I mean, it can be as much of like, you know, a moment of just like, drink some tea, drink some, you know, have your cocktail hour on a certain day of the week, and just really enjoy it. Just really enjoy it. Just make sure that you're doing a loving and relaxing thing that makes you feel good and that makes you feel happy, because that's giving back to yourself. So there's a lot of ways to do that. We're very creative in finding ways. It's just make it happen. The point is, make it happen.
Put it on the list. Yeah.
Put it on the list. It's very important. So we need some daily love for us and some daily care. And let me just like give a suggestion. Every day we are getting up, right? And we're brushing our teeth, and we're, you know, maybe washing our face and combing our hair. Take an extra minute to really do that in a really nice way. Don't rush, like you said, just to slap the lotion on and run off. Take a second, you know, rub it into your elbows, rub it into your heels, rub it into your knees, make sure they're getting the, you know, a little treatment, a moisturization treatment, and feeling less, you know, like ignored. Right? So those kind of things. Yeah, just take a minute with those daily things. Give yourself extra time. It can be as much as like, that can be as easy as you can to start right there. So yeah, next we're going to talk about the diffuser blend, right? So following, this is going to fit into the follow-up and the maintenance. Okay, so this is something that you're going to do that's going to help you keep going on this journey. This is going to deepen your connection with your self-love, and you can do this in put it in the diffuser and just run it for 8 hours, like in one day. So this is the Love Yourself Diffuser blend, and it's 3 drops of each. So the green mandarin is to help you maintain your energetic progress, right? So no backsliding and back into like, oh, that's not important. Oh, I'm not important. You are important. And you know, the cardamom is going to still be there, because what do? We do process and digest all these thoughts and these feelings. But if we're not in that little inescapable circle of worry, right? So we got to get out of that, and we got to really go through it, feel it, and go, it's going to be okay. You know, here's how I'm going to handle that. Here's how we're going to work with that, and not get stuck, not just sit there and get stuck. So, and then the ylang ylang is, of course, loving and honoring. It is a very loving oil that really just like, it just feels luxurious. It's just a luxurious feeling. And you can even use it in your skincare. It feels so good. It's wonderful to add to your lotion or to your skincare, or to just your personal scent for the day. It's a lovely oil. So now that you've gone through the process, are you ready to experience how worthy you are of all the love and all your life's desires that you could have? That's what you want to feel once you've gotten through the process and you've kind of opened up your mind and your heart to this. You want to experience it, experience that, you know, pleasure, that joy, that happiness. And, you know, how can you bring that into your life? So you deserve it. You deserve it.
Yeah, so important.
It really is. And like you said, you can't take care of others if you're not taking care of yourself. So
yeah,
this is your
wake-up
call.
It's hard to even understand that you're doing that, you know, because the intention is good, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's hard to discern. And so doing something like this, the release part is really calling to me. I can see the release being something that you could do. I feel like the other two, the Nourish and Harmonize, you really need to do the release first. But the release, I feel like, is something you can kind of do on its own, like on a regular basis, to just kind of help yourself if you're someone who is, you know, an anxiety person, or a person who has you know, kind of gotten themselves caught up in responsibilities that are external and such. Like, a great practice, right, to help you.
It is, yeah. No,
Yeah,
it's important. And I mean, we do gather those energetic like weights onto us every day. We don't intend to do it. We're not paying attention to it, but we do it, you know, because we're living in you know, in a place with other people, where other people's energy, other people's judgments, other people's things are just kind of coming at us. And whether we're like sitting there like hyper aware of it or not, we feel it and it affects us. So it is important to do regular clearing. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I love that.
Yes, it is.
It's nice to have those tools. Thank you so much for these are great. It's so easy.
Yeah, they're easy. And then
yeah.
Yes, definitely. And then we have another recipe to share. This little guy is like, my mouse is like, I don't want to do it. So yes,
this is juicy. Look at that.
And this one comes from the I am fabulous. It is the I Love Myself roller. That's literally what it is called. So it's in the book, and it is a blend for the heart. And it gives you the recipe in the book, as well as explains the function of each and every oil in the recipe. So, which I'm glad to talk about too. If we have a moment, I'll do that. So, what you're going to do when you have your blend, and if you don't have these oils and you need help with that, I'm happy to send you a little 5 ml of the blend, and you can get started with that as you build your collection. So reach out to me for that. But I also have my whole set that I got when I got the book, because I got like a whole kit with stickers and with all this stuff. I don't know if that's still available, but
I
it
hope
looks
so.
like the little book. So if we find where it's available, we'll definitely share that with you and give you the information. So but it's a 5 ml roller. Okay, and you're going to apply to the heart, same thing that we did with the rose, and the inside of the wrists, daily or as needed. Okay, so what's in this blend is 6 drops of grapefruit, 4 drops of eucalyptus, 2 drops coriander, 1 drop ginger, 1 drop cinnamon, 1 drop lemon, and 1 drop lavender, and 1 drop spearmint. So
Wow.
the way that you build it or make it is you make sure to put the oils in the order that they're listed. So the top one goes in first and the bottom ones go in last, right? And then you're going to top it with a carrier oil. So after you finished filling your little bottle, then you're going to top that with a carrier oil. We have a wonderful fractionated coconut oil that is unscented in doTERRA, and you can find it right there on the site when you're in there looking for your things that you're shopping for. So just add that on, and there's even rollers in there that you could get. So on the doTERRA site. So this is a beautiful combination. It smells so good. And what it will do is to help you move into the energy of self-love and worthiness. So you're going to roll it on daily, and that's going to help you to feel more valuable and cherished and purposeful in your life. And as you apply it regularly over time, so you're going to do it daily, 3 times a day, I believe, is the time. I didn't write that, sorry. But it's going to help you to improve in all these different ways into taking the steps that will care for yourself. So from, but not limited to, getting the proper rest. So going to bed earlier, nourishing yourself with healthy eating, caring about what you're eating and what you're putting in your mouth, and even engaging in meditation, prayer, just quiet time for yourself, and also moving your body regularly. That doesn't mean you're gonna go be in a bodybuilding contest. That just means you're gonna maybe take a walk, maybe stretch, maybe do a little yoga. You don't have to turn into the fitness warrior. You can just start, right? Start moving a little more and just pampering yourself, going like, you know what, I really want to just go ahead and put on like sit there and do a foot scrub and scrub my feet with the foot scrub, the body scrub, and and then moisturize afterwards. If that's all you do, that's still pampering you. That's still taking time, and we don't do that for ourselves enough. But if you want to go the full boat and go all the way and soak the feet and go to the spa and do the whole thing and get it all done up, great, do that. That's good for you too, right? So the main thing is that you really want to feel deeply loving and respectful of yourself and live in a way that helps you feel nurtured and cared for. So the I Love Myself blend breakdown is that is the purpose of each oil energetically and emotionally in the blend. So I can give you that really quickly. And that is that grapefruit is there to help you prioritize your personal needs regarding better health and personal growth. Eucalyptus is in this blend to encourage you to schedule personal care on a daily basis and help you have the desire to be healthier emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And coriander is there in the blend to help you to be honest with yourself and identify your needs and the different things that might nourish your heart. So as we talked about before, it helps you to really get in touch with the cycles and the rhythms of your self, and what's good for you, the good timing, what's the right time. So and then ginger is there to strengthen your spirit, to help you to like be stronger, to take charge of your life and put yourself on the list, right? Ginger is wonderful for that. So get back on your own list, on the top of your list. And cinnamon, cinnamon helps you to step into your power and claim your beauty and look at yourself in a way that sees you as extremely valuable. So that's super important. We need that. Lemon is purifying, and it really helps us to dispel that negative self-talk. And lavender is the oil of calm and communication. So that helps you to be able to speak your needs. That's important. And spearmint is inspiring you to stand strong in yourself and help yourself to feel your own worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, her work has evolved from these two books immensely. Like, this was her beginning book. This was her like most recent book, and her work has evolved just immensely, super helpful. Yeah, if you're interested in that, I'm going to talk about that in just a second. So here's my information. So I have offered, I'm doing this for a retreat as well, this class. So I have offered to give a mini kit of oils that are used in this presentation, and that is in the US $20 per kit. So it's going to be just the little drams, but they're going to be for this particular class if you haven't gotten them yet. And so they have 8 to 10 drops. And then also I can include the Rollerball as well, which I showed you. It would be this little 5 ml Rollerball. So to the US, I'm going to give you, shipping included. So $30 total for the kit and the Rollerball, or $10 for the Rollerball.
That's amazing.
Smoking deal.
It really is. Are you kidding me? It really is. I'm like, I need some, please.
I mean, the whole thing is that I know that people have not started their oil collection with these particular oils. You might have Breathe, and you might have Digestin, but you might not have Coriander or Sandalwood. And sometimes people takes time, right?
Well, maybe they want to make sure and see how it works for them before they, and I feel like that's a wonderful opportunity to see, like, how does this work for me? Is this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I want to go in and buy all these different oils before I try this protocol. So this is a wonderful solution. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah.
I'm happy to support people in that way. And of course, if you don't have somebody that's already helping you with oils, I'm glad to help you get started with that. But if you do, that's not a problem. I'm happy to send you the kit.
Okay, wow, you're so nice. I was like, reach out to them, but yeah, you're like, I'll send it to you too. Like, you're so nice. That's so good. I got to tell you, this Elements of Emotion book, so excited. It looks thicker. It looks a little bit, that looks so good.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So these are the two books. Like I said, this was like her very beginning.
Love that book. Love it.
And it's an amazing book. It's filled with blends, and it came out like her very, very first publication. And 2018 is what this version that I have here.
I think you started teaching that class in 2018.
I did, because it was really transformative.
Yeah, it's really very well written. If you are someone who looks at all this oil stuff, or looks at like energies and chemistry and all that, and you just think, oh my gosh, get this book, because she explains it so well. It's so easy to read. And now I don't even have the other one, but yeah, the I Am Fabulous is a fantastic. It's adorably illustrated. It's very welcoming. It's not intimidating. It is everything that you want to be able to jump in with and just start enjoying your oils, right?
It's so fun. Like, see, it has the little, I love it.
So it's
cute. Yeah,
I
it's
for it
really
all the
fun.
time.
Yeah,
And then
people
this
love that book.
one, oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's fabulous, I should say.
It's fabulous. And then this is the elements of emotion, and this one's really like what she made a big leap
It's
in
all
this.
like it's super professional.
It's very professional, and it's
But is it
filled
still
with guides and references. So you can sit there and look up, sorry, I have it all tabbed out, but there's like an index. There's it tells you like oils by channel, like what helps your,
Mhm.
like your
Is
kidneys, your heart, your liver, or what helps your element, your wood, fire, water, earth, metal element, like, what their flavor is, are they pungent? Are they bitter? Are they sour? Are they spicy? Whatever, all the different things. And then areas of application and stuff like
nice.
that. So
Is it
it's
is it is it
chock
still
full.
as accessible and easily, like I feel like the I Am Fabulous book is so easy to read, and so like you could just step into it without having any knowledge of anything, like even about
Yeah,
channels or
it's
anything.
short. It's
Okay,
each of the oils is very short. It immediately tells
nice.
you like the
Okay,
short guide of it, and then
nice.
gives you something to do with it
Yeah.
right away. So it's like,
You
hey,
get
you know
that,
what works
you get
great with
great
it.
knowledge, but without it too much intimidation, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's
Yeah.
like,
You could get as deep as you want with it.
okay,
It has
good.
a really good, like, it really explains it. It really
Right.
helps you, because what she wanted was to give people access to blending their own things
Yeah,
and to
love it.
really understand what they were doing, because
Right.
the essential oils are used as acupuncture needles. She has really evolved,
Yeah.
into just really honing in on each of them in her work with people, hands-on work with people, as well as just herself, really, and
Yeah.
what she's gained from it. Yeah, and she is an essential oil intuitive. So she really has like that sense of what is inside of this. What is it telling me? It tells her something, so she tried to share that with us, which, I mean,
It's awesome. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. And you whatever calls to you, and what works for you works, I mean, I think that this protocol is so important for right now. I mean, for all the time, but as we know, I mean, this kicks off, busy season for a lot of us, and it doesn't let up until May, June.
Right?
And then
Yeah, here.
a whole different version of it, right? So, I mean, it's important for us to take the time. I'm really liking in the I Love Myself Rollerball that it's not just about like the feeling of love, but the calling of the importance of taking care of ourselves, like the eucalyptus, and like no, no, it's important that you do this. It's important that you, like, I've noticed when I use my oils, when I'm really good about it, and when or even my supplements and all of these things, that I just somehow naturally want to do better, want to feel better, want to be better at taking care of myself. And when you fall off of that, you stop wanting to take care. You start to feel like, no, 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 you know what I mean? But when you're doing it,
Definitely.
you really, it's amazing. It feeds itself. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you find that you're actually able to give and do and be there and receive more than you ever were before, when you thought you were being, self-sacrificing or whatever it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think you really think that, but you know what I mean when you're putting everybody else first.
Well, but that's our, yeah, we've unfortunately had that ingrained in us
Mhm.
as,
Yeah, that's
as
how we show up for
women,
people. Mhm.
cisgendered women, and, and mothers, and, those roles have just been ingrained that you will sacrifice for your children, you will sacrifice for your partner, you will,
Mhm.
you know, put your hopes and your things a little bit to the side here, or a
Mhm.
lot to the side.
Yeah.
And sometimes we like get to a point where we realize, and I think that the whole pandemic was that point, that
Mm.
what the heck happened to me? Like, what happened to me? I used to be like this, and I cared about this, and I thought I would do this, or I wanted to go to this. And I
Mm.
mean, where has it led you? Look at you. You're traveling the world and enjoying, what you wanted to enjoy, finding, like such an exciting travel and learning, and just really
Yeah.
giving back to yourself in that way is huge,
Mhm.
it's
I I
huge.
I think that you're right in that the part that's hard is I don't even think that we know that we're sacrificing. It's we truly want to do those things. Do you know what I mean? And then you don't realize until, like you said, you look back and you go, well, wait a minute. I mean, there's no point at which I'm not going to do and give and everything I can for my kids, right? Or for my husband or for my family or for my friends, and the people who I love. But at the same time, you have to every once in a while take stock and make sure that you're refilling the barrel or refilling yourself, or you really will wear yourself out. And this sounds easy. This seems so doable. This seems so, I mean, gosh, ending with that rose and bergamot. Trust me, you're going to want to get to rose and bergamot. Oh, that is just luxury love right there. And so, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just gonna fennel up those feet. I'm fennel.
Right.
You got me with fennel on the feet, okay?
It
I'm there.
is. And if you want to take it further into looking like at your reflexology points on the
Yeah.
feet and stuff,
Yeah.
you can do that too, and really get it, like
Yeah.
massage those points and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
So Diana has done many amazing, amazing workshops with us. Most of them are on our YouTube channel. Go and look and find her. She's just such a gift. Reach out to her. Your email is it wellnessisessential@gmail.com, or is it Diana Wellness?
Diana Wellness is essential.
Diana
Yeah.
Wellness. Okay, I'm always like, am I just thinking it's Diana because I know who you are? But Diana Wellness is Essential, all one word, @gmail.com. Reach out to her and she will help you. She will guide you. She is the most loving, generous, and fennel-footed, lovely lady. And she's going to help you to find what works for you and help you not accidentally load yourself up with a bunch of stuff that's just not what you need. So reach out to her for anything. But you're so good at that, and again, check out our other videos that she's been a part of. And if you are in Albuquerque, what is it, this it's the 18th, correct, of
It's the
August
18th of August. Yeah, we're starting a self-care retreat. It's in the Sandia Mountains, and it's for women. And yeah, it's a lovely, just like a whole session. It's also virtual as well.
I was
So
gonna
you
ask.
can find it. Yeah, you can tune in on Zoom, and you'll even get the recordings if you buy the virtual package.
Oh, how much
So
is the virtual package? Because a lot of
the
us won't.
virtual packages, I believe it was at 97, but
Okay.
it's going up. So I'm not sure if the price has raised, but it's 4 days. So it's
Wow,
four
worth of
it's four
workshops.
days. Yeah, of
A lot of
workshops.
different people. How
Yes,
cool is
like
that?
8 to 9 different people are going to be there teaching and training. And 3 of us will be in person, and then, well, 3 to 4 of us will be in person, and then everybody else is coming in, like the other like 9 people are coming in on Zoom.
But your workshop will also be included in the virtual?
My
Okay,
workshop will be a curtailed version, which is why I wanted to give this class here.
nice.
It will be a curtailed version of the
Yeah, so
workshop,
we got the full workshop here.
the full workshop.
Okay. And where do we, tell me again, where do we go to find
It's
information
at
about?
Sit Wellness, SIT wellness.com.
Okay, perfect.
And you can find it there under retreats, and just,
Perfect.
you can purchase it. I'm sure, if you purchase the retreat, the virtual retreat, you can invite a friend for free.
Really? So $50 a person for the virtual retreat?
Yeah.
If you go in on it together? Sorry.
Yeah.
Got to think of the deal. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And you're going to
Yeah.
get all of that? Okay, very cool. So sitwellness.com. All
Mhm.
right, and you can find everything there. And do you know off the top of your head, if somebody's watching this after the date of airing, will the virtual still be available to purchase?
I believe it will. I
Okay,
believe it will
cool.
still be available to purchase afterwards, because it's going to get recorded, but it's
so why
good
not,
to
right?
reserve
For
your
sure.
spot now. Even if you can't be present, you can
Mhm.
still have
Right.
the recordings to follow up.
Love it. All right, thank you so much. This has been just an awesome night. My head is still spinning. Ah, I got to cancel a bunch of crap that I don't want to do anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Yes,
Excuse me.
because you can say no.
I'm not available for that. That does not. What was that? I love that line. What was
Doesn't
it like?
align.
Incongruent, or what was it? What was that thing?
It's not in alignment with your values. I don't remember what I
I
said.
can't remember. It was on that slide. I was like, oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Diana told me this. I don't have to do this anymore. But anyway, thank you so much for this amazing workshop. Reach out to Diana if you have any questions. She is the queen. So, so, so generous with information and so helpful. She is there for you. So I hope this has been fun. I've loved every minute of it. Thank you so much, Diana, for just sharing your heart and your passion for this topic with us and helping us all to sort of share a little love with ourselves. So, mwah, to you.